Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has warned Iran, said that he will hit thousands of targets and says that will target the terrorist regime. The Israeli Prime Minister has said that will free the brave people of Iran and calls on ordinary Iranians to take over, says that this is your moment and this has come. Let's listen into exactly what the Prime Minister of Israel said there.
در روزهای آینده ما به هزاران هدف رژیم تروریستی ضربه خواهیم زد. ما شرایط رو برای مردم شجاع ایران فراهم خواهیم کرد تا خود رو از زنجیرهای استبداد رها کنند. و به همین دلیل من دوباره خطاب به شما میگم ای شهروندان ایران، این فرصت رو از دست ندهید. این فرصتی است که فقط یه بار در هر نسل پیش میاد. دست روی دست نگذارید، چون به زودی لحظه شما فرا خواهد رسید. لحظه‌ای که باید به خیابون‌ها بیایید، با حضور میلیونیتون به خیابون‌ها بیایید تا کار رو تمام کنید، تا رژیم وحشتی را که زندگیتون رو تلخ کرده سرنگون کنید. رنج و فداکاری شما بیهوده نخواهد بود. کمکی که آرزوش رو داشتید، این کمک از راه رسیده است. کمک از راه رسیده است. و حالا زمان آن رسیده که برای یک مأموریت تاریخی با هم متحد شوید. ای شهروندان ایران، پارسا، کردا، آذریا، اهوازیا و بلوچا، اکنون زمان آن است که نیروهایتون رو متحد کنید تا رژیم و سرنگون هارید و آینده خود را تضمین نمایید.
All right, that is Benjamin Netanyahu warning Iran that will hit thousands of targets if need be. Now, this comes as a fresh wave of attacks have come in from Israel to parts of Tehran. In fact, Israeli senior military spokesperson are on record saying that heart of Tehran is being struck in fresh set of strikes, and there has been some retaliation that has come in from Iran as well, as more sirens continue to be heard in Israel as well. So in the backdrop of that, you have the fresh warning coming in from Israeli Prime Minister that we are willing to hit thousands of targets, even as he is exhorting ordinary Iranians to take to the streets. This comes even as there are now visuals of people coming out on the streets mourning the loss of their religious leader. This is in Isfahan and several others. There are cities that you can see thousands of people on the streets. Let's get in Aditya Rajkol, only Indian journalist who is in Israel covering this war very closely for us. Aditya, now there's a fresh warning that has been issued by the Israeli Prime Minister to Iran, making it absolutely clear that if need be, Israel is going to target and hit thousands of targets in Iran. This comes in even as Iran has said that they are going to retaliate, they are going to hit back.
Well, that's right, Gauri. Fresh attacks now from the Israeli territory towards Iran. This is the second most lethal punch from the Israeli side against the Iranian regime in Tehran. We've had the videos that have been released by the IDF on the screens of NDTV right now, and a message from Netanyahu that the brave people of Iran will take over and the regime would be targeted by Israel. This is, of course, Israel Prime Minister's fresh statement. He has said that thousands of targets have been locked in Iran. And of course, this comes just hours after Ayatollah Khamenei was in fact targeted and killed and neutralized by the US and Israeli joint attack. A fresh warning now coming in from the Israeli Prime Minister, even as we continue to report from Tel Aviv. NDTV, the only network reporting from ground on the entire Middle Eastern crisis that has taken place right now. And of course, this is a new call to the people of Iran from Prime Minister of Israel Netanyahu, asking them to take over the power, and in fact also warning the Iranian regime that fresh targets have been locked in. And of course, now these targets will be now, in the framework of the fresh attacks that are taking place by the IDF and the Israeli Air Force right now. I can briefly tell you the exact location where I'm standing. In the Indian media, NDTV is the only network present here in Tel Aviv. Right behind me is the location that was targeted by the Iranian missile. And you can see right behind me a lot of hectic activity taking place. There is security forces. We had moments ago the Israeli National Security Minister come in here, and of course, massive security and emergency preparedness right behind me here. This is the building right behind me that came under target last night, in which one woman and 25 others were injured. One woman, she was in her 40s, unfortunately lost her life. So a lot of international media focus out here. There is, of course, this particular building in the heart of the central Tel Aviv, where a lot of government buildings are, that was targeted, and civilians, unfortunately, bearing the brunt of this regional conflict. It is not just in Israel, but from UAE, where 2 people have been killed till now, 1 Pakistani. And apart from that, in Qatar, Bahrain and Kuwait, similar scenes of destruction and devastation from the Iranian missile and drone strikes. Today also, since early morning, there have been, sirens that have been coming in from here. Even as NDTV continues to report from Israel, people have been running to the bunkers. Life is almost at a standstill here. People are trying to maintain their routine, but it's difficult when sirens are blaring off across the city, and there is imminent threat of Iranian ballistic missiles hitting out. Even though the Israeli air defense system is very much strong out here, it is trying to neutralize and thwart any attempts from the Iranian side to attack Israel. But as of now, situation seems very grim. This is a regional conflict. This has larger ramifications, really, not just in this particular region, but in the entire world, because there's a lot of oil that goes out from here. There's a lot of trade that happens, and also in the global air connectivity. Dubai and a lot of these countries, including places like Doha, play a very incredibly important role, and that has come to a standstill. A lot of flights across the globe have been right now completely stopped or halted temporarily. Even as we stay with these visuals of the latest attack by the IDF against Iran in the heart of Tehran, this is a fresh strike, a lethal blow really from the IDF against the Iranian regime in Tehran. Back to you.